We relate to our breath every moment. Many of us have challenges with breathing, whether it be tightness of our muscles, stress in our lives, or perhaps we've just been exhibited some type of recovery opportunity, such as illness, loss of a special person in our life, or change. Breath brings us through these difficult times, and here's the strategy. Keep open to change. As you open your lungs, you welcome your heart relationship to the lungs, and that experience expands. Once the heart can open up to new opportunities, true healing comes. With the breath in, we generally have two choices, through the mouth, through the nostrils. And both soothe the nervous system with great excitement. Through the nose is a purification, one that can allow us to really bring in that purified blood flow. For more intensity, bringing the breath in through the mouth can actually clear the airways faster and is more exhibited as we recover from fitness or even from a long-term illness, trying to challenge and push the lungs a little further. The combination in yoga is called pranayama. The combination of using your breath in a strategic way to experience change and to create that welcoming opportunity for change in our lives. So let us begin. Pranayama, simply through the nostrils. Focus your breath in through both sides of your nostrils. Simply in and out. Welcoming the sensation of the nostrils, the warm or cool air coming in through both sides, traveling through the airways, and same coming out. Feeling the upper lips, the hair above the lips, and even the ridges of the nostrils warmed. Doing in and out symmetrically, bilaterally, gives you that sense of calming the nervous system, and also welcomes the clarity and ease between both sides. Let's do two more. In and out. The second pranayama allows us to characterize the right and left sides of our brain, of our nostrils, of even our breathing apparatus, which includes this long passageway through the throat, the airways, into the upper lobes, middle, and lower lobes of the lungs. With the inhale through one side and then the other, we have the opportunity to direct our energy more fluidly through the brain's mental status. We talk about balancing the right and left brain as a characteristic of encouraging different sympathetic and parasympathetic parts of our nervous system. At the same time, we have congestion one side or the other. It can be very encouraging towards releasing full breath cycles through both sides. When we place our hands gently on the nose, we'll keep the middle finger on the bridge of the nose and obscure, if you will, from the right and the left with our ring finger on the left and our index finger on the right. Have that opportunity to inhale. We'll begin by rolling to the right side, breathing in through the left side, shifting the motion of the hand, and exhaling through the right. On the same side, inhaling, shifting the hand, and exhaling through the left. Same side, inhale, and exhale through the right. Inhale, switch sides, exhale through the left. And as we continue this alternate nostril breathing, you'll notice that you start to feel more relaxed. Your eyes, your cheeks, and even the facial muscles, including the jaw, will start to soften. You start being able to take more breath in, deeper breath on each side. Measuring your breaths, 1, 2, 3, 4 counts, up to 8 perhaps, can also add that pleasing mindfulness of your breathing. In addition, your arms would be supported by simply holding with the other hand, the elbow, the forearm, or even propping it up with a pillow, so that there's no discomfort if you were to do a long-term pranayama of alternate nostril breathing. The next phase of breathing would go in towards the phases of the lungs. And we're going to go ahead and look at the phases of the lungs. We're looking at the upper lobes, which begin just a little bit above the nipple area. And then middle is just right about the lower chest area. And right above the meaty part of your rib cage would be the lower. We're really able to expand and release any segment of those lungs, thinking of it as a three-dimensional cycle. So in chest breathing, we have the opportunity to direct our breath into each or all of those parts of our lungs. Let's try just the upper. As you breathe in, place your hands right above the chest muscles that you feel. Inhale, feel your hands expand. Your fingers slightly separate from one another, and exhale, slowly you'll feel that chest come down. With 3 more chances this, we'll feel the breath open a little further, maybe suspending the breath or holding it bigger. And exhale, the fingers will come back together. And finally, the third one, inhale. Maybe take a little more breath in through the nose, little more. And exhale. Similarly, we could go down to the next level. You'll feel the back of the shoulder blades separate during the inhalation, the sides of the ribs. And as you exhale, again, you'll feel the chest muscles and ribs come together. And into the base, the lower part, right about this tuck underneath the rib cage, we'll start to feel that breath as well. A relaxation to the vertebrae, a calmness of your chest muscles overall, but directed to the lowest end of your deeper end of your lungs. So today we're going to look at the 3 phases of the breath all together. Our first breath will be into the upper lobes, then the middle, then the lower, expanding, and then exhaling similarly from the upper, middle, and lower. Inhale from the upper, focus to the middle, focus to the lower. The breath gets deeper. Exhale from the upper, middle, lower. One more. Inhale. Expand the wide part of your chest, expand the back, expand that underneath part of your breast area. And a simple exhale, clearing the lungs. On to diaphragmatic or yogic breath. We talk about this yogic breath as being a compression or connection or contraction of the diaphragm. Simply every breath involves the same motion. But it's low, it's beneath and underneath by your stomach area. And feeling that contraction work for you, inhale, pushing into your abdominal cavity, centering your whole spine, and exhale. The diaphragm will release up, separating the lungs and releasing the air. Imagine that, inhaling towards your stomach, a broad, flat, trampoline-like structure, and exhale as it bounds up, almost like a fountain, pushing out the air like water. Inhale, breathing into that diaphragm, a low breath, and exhale, feel that separation of the lungs, relaxation of the chest, and feel more thoroughly orientated. Through all these phases of pranayama, you've experienced, like so many of my students, the sense of maybe feeling that oxygen flow for the first time, feeling that sense that we have a almost dizziness, because that oxygen and carbon dioxide is starting to relate in your blood system better and better with practice. So set your timer, pick one of the ones we've just reviewed, and allow yourself 15 minutes to experience the pranayama, controlled breath, leaving your shoulders relaxed, letting your lungs work, your ribs and diaphragm, controlled or uncontrolled, do what they do best. Draw that healing prana through your body and release it. Finally, after your 15 minutes, I ask you just to sit in relaxation and observe your natural breath returning, how that it centers you and keeps you moving through the day. It's been my pleasure to help you learn a little bit more about breathing, centering, and controlled breath, or pranayama, the yogic way. Namaste.